No, no. Oh, God. Technical issues, technical issues. Seems to be working. Right. Good. Everything's coming up Millhouse. Right. Evening, everyone. Welcome to this live stream for PS2 Mini Games. Basically, because I've been organising the Christmas, CEX Roulette Advent Calendar, I've had no time to do like normal video for last week, so I thought I'd go live this time, have a chat with anyone who wants to chat, and go through a few games that have been bought from Game and Rarities. Even had a few games bought from Game and Rarities that were bought after the roulette that were not in stock at CEX, so they're pretty safe. What does that actually mean? Basically, these are games that weren't in stock when my friends did the ordering at CEX, apparently. So, how can I put this? These free PS2 games should not be in any of the parcels next door for the marathon, if you will. Also, you might notice I'm donning the... basically, this keeps me warm, because we've got the heating on, but it's still very cold. Incredibly cold, if you will, here in sleepy Norfolk. Anyway, I hope everyone is doing quite well. In this stream, we'll have a little chat, and we'll go through 3 PS2 games and 1 N64 game. Good evening, William. Hope you're well. Once again, Game and Rarities. I don't really find some of this stuff, but he seems to find things I can't find or have stopped looking for, if you will. I'm genuinely looking forward to the... By the way, my camera stand, which usually is here, is currently next door's room, getting ready for the marathon. So I'm using a different setup, which is being held on by about 2 cups in a string. So hopefully the camera will sit still while we're filming this. But you never know. You never know. It's true. I'm genuinely looking forward to the CEX Roulette Gaming Marathon. Scratch that. CEX Roulette Christmas Advent Calendar. 24 straight days of videos is going to be quite a task, but I'm looking forward to it. My concern is I'm going to get not so much bored, but it's going to, by the end of it, I'm going to start losing a little bit of the will, constantly doing like a video about everyone. You know what I mean? You know what I mean. Anywho, hope everyone is well. Might have noticed a different angle. Starting to put a lot of stuff in the background for the games room, because you won't be seeing much of this room over the next month. This room is pretty much going to be not persona non grata, but you won't be seeing much of this in the upcoming videos. Sad, if you will. Obviously, I mentioned before, there is a gaming market in Norwich the 27th of December, which I will be going to, because I actually off work that day, so that should be quite fun. Struve. I think it's the first time I've live streamed on a Wednesday, so I don't know if it's going to go well or not. I don't know if you're actually going to watch this one. And here we go. Hello. No luck with Raw Danger yet. It is rare, William. It is very rare. How do I record the Advent Calendar? So, basically, we're going to record it on the day, and then I'm going to basically do some quick editing and then upload it, because I'm assuming each episode is going to be maybe 10 minutes maximum, because there's only one game. Yes, this is so warm, sir. Evening. Hi, Dav. Hi, Dan. Even this is so warm, you have no idea. So luxurious. Even comes with the hoodie. I look like some kind of like... Yes, a lovely hoodie. Anyway, where was I? So basically, we're gonna upload. I'm gonna film on the day, and we're gonna upload it that evening or whenever, which should be quite interesting, because I usually do a lot of socialising. Good God, I can't even speak English. I socialise a lot during Christmas. Sometimes that involves alcohol, so I might have to film some of these. Even Dan, how you doing? I might have to film some of these when I'm a little bit wasted. So that should be quite interesting in the future. We don't know. I've really got to update that board. It's like 119 or 118. I've got to get a precise number. Hopefully that'll massively increase over December. We'll see how it goes. Anyway, let's just get into the nitty-gritty of some of this. So, once again, Dan found me 3 PS2 games and an N64 boxed game, which I do love the look of. I really do. Once again, Dan, Game Routines, has assured me... Yeah, it's all good, Dan. He's assured me that these are all like rare stuff. None of this was ordered for the marathon. Because I will piss myself if I get a second version of this for the marathon. Trust me, trying to look for games in the last couple of weeks when I know I've got like 24 games in a box, it's been hard. Yeah, honestly, your bank balance will not recover. When I started collecting PS2 about 7, 8 years ago, so much cheaper, but I had less money because I had a shiter job. Now I've got a better job, and things are just going to keep going up. Hindsight's so much 2020. If I knew it was going to be like this, I would have collected like 10 years ago. Would have been ahead of the curve on a lot of the horror games, but we don't know. We don't know. Anyway, let's just go through the games one by one. The first game is a dancing game. Now, you might see a bit of my dancing in the Christmas marathon, let's just say. But the first game is one of the Konami dancing stage games. Dancing Stage Supernova. Now, I do have the odd person asking me to do a dancing video. First of all, I'm not bad at dancing, but I'm not good at dancing. Second of all, I don't think people want to see me dance like a colossal tit. But I don't know at the same time, so... But there's like so many dancing games, because obviously they sold shockingly well, because young females and some young males like to dance on their own in their bedroom. Not judging you. Yeah, the box art actually is shockingly good for this. That is assured. That is assured. Made by Konami, so it's going to be made rather well. And that's a bit of fluff that came off this. That's not a problem. Good lord. The ever popular Dancing Stage is back with Dancing Stage Supernova. For those who are wondering, Supernova is a spatial event. I think it's when a planet explodes. I don't know. It's a weird ass title. Great fun alone. Dancing alone. I don't know if that's great fun. I don't know. Essential at parties. Step up to the stage and dance, dance, dance. Featuring music and videos from the following dance floor fillers. Take On Me by Aha. Good song. Girls Aloud Biology. Never heard of it. Basement Jaxx Romario or Romario? I don't know. Fatboy Slim Right Here Right Now. Good lord. Can you dance to that? I suppose you can. Chemical Brothers Hey Boy Hey Girl. That wasn't a bad song. Tattoo All the Things She Said. Weren't they a lesbian comedy duo? Thank you, Had. I'm thinking they were. Sugar Babes Bruised. Jamiroquai Supersonic. He was quite good back in the day. And Lady Sovereign's Hoodie. Plus 42 original tunes to test your footwork. No, you're not going to see much of that. Oh my god. You might see me doing this if I'm absolutely pissed and sloshed, but I mean, I do have a dance mat and I do have a microphone. I mean, it is feasible. Just not going to happen anytime soon unless I really have drunk a shit load of wine that day. Anyway, the first of 4 games for this. Dancing Stage Supernova. As you can see, I am ecstatic to have it. It's the weird bit, because usually I just do a cut and edit now, but obviously we're live, so I'm just going to put that up there for now. I do need to film more peripheral episodes, but that requires me getting old school television. And it might sound stupid, because of the old school televisions are big and bulky. I have nowhere to put them in my normal room or my games room. Modern day televisions being slim really helps with the space. It really does. Anyway, the second one, PS2 game, is a sports game. A lot of people actually assume that I find all the sports games are easy to find. They're not. They're not. And I don't know how to pronounce this, but I'm going to try. Snow Cross 2. Is it Snow or S? I can't pronounce it. Anyway, sports buggy game. It's the universal version, because obviously you can see British, Italian, French, and Spanish flags, if you will. Race, win, and buy the ultimate snowmobile in this amazing adrenaline-filled race to become the world's best snow cross champion. Race at breakneck speeds over 30 stunning tracks against friends or the clock, including multiple unique snowmobiles, customizable characters, build your own track features, and adrenaline pumping career mode. Oh, good lord. Hello? Shit. I told you I'm missing my camera stand. Shit. No. 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 And these are the things you do not see in the edit on normal videos. The camera's safe, by the way. It's safe, thank God. Whew. By the way, I saw that comment about the TVs. Thank you for that. I should be able to find one. Pretty good. Oh, that was a bit of heart-beating knowledge, wasn't it? Jesus Christ. Don't laugh at me, Dan. You also cut things out, Dan. I know you do. It happens. No one's perfect. That literally came after I nailed saying the back of the case in one go, which, trust me, doesn't happen often. The amount of edits on my videos. I'm not the most linguistic speaker, as you can see. My vocabulary is limited. But anyway, I tentatively pick up the game. No, good, you can see the camera. Why you do this? Oh, Jesus Christ. This is why I don't like going live very often. No. Apparently... Okay, I need some tech. Easy. Jesus Christ. This is why I stopped using this camera stand like 3 years ago, because it's not the most quality built camera stand. That's why we went. Okay, we're good. By the way, all these games do come with manual, by the way. Anything Game Rarity buys personally, they all come with manual. And the disc is in very good condition. Generally, thank you very much for that comment, SWFMOV. I appreciate it immensely. Me and Dave had a conversation about this, where, considering when we started and where we've been last year, quality-wise, I think we've gotten a lot better. But like all YouTube, when you get a lot better, you just gotta go with it. You just gotta keep going, keep pushing. Some people might just like stop watching, like, oh, this is getting too much, and then. By the way, I'm hoping to soon buy a quality microphone, like one of those like YouTube microphones you can just place down there and get far better audio sound. Because obviously, at the moment, we're just using the camera because this is basically a reasonably new phone, and it sounds all right. But in the last phone, I had the extension where I put it in, which works. But the problem is when you get a new phone, the connection is the new universal connection for all phones, whereas the last phone had the old connection, which made my my Boya microphones obsolete. And bearing in mind, I paid decent money for these microphones, and they work shockingly well. They became obsolete, which is my fault because I didn't realise that going to a new phone would be that problem. But those are the breaks. So if anyone's looking for a reasonably good pair of headphones that works on anything that is older than iPhone 15, hook me up. Honestly, I think when I bought them, they were like 50 quid. I mean, yeah, honestly, and they were quality headphones, but technology moves on and just leaves me behind. Anyway, getting back to Snow No Cross 2, I'm actually intrigued to play this. This looks like quite a good game. Made in 2008, by the way, so it's at the end of near the good end of the PS2 life, because by 2009 it was just pretty much wrapping up for the PS2. By the way, shockingly thin manual, and once again, no colour. Sigh. By the way, for the marathon, I already have Dan's games and I have Dave's games. By the way, Dan's Game Rarities. I still need to pick up games from Dan the Games Man. But I'm getting that's happening before the month starts, because otherwise I'm really cutting it close. But we're pretty much there now. I'm just waiting for pick up Dan's parcels, and we will hit the ground running. So I will say me and Dave, because we've got to share the editing, and we've got to edit one episode each day between real life and that stuff. We're going to be pushing our luck, but hopefully, we will prevail. Also, there might be a sneaky bonus episodes in between that marathon. You never know. Anyway, we're going to tentatively go for the third PS2 game, which I've piled in front of the camera stand. We'll pick up random. Honestly, random, because everyone's got 6 different parcels from CEX, obviously removed for their addresses, obviously. Gamer Rarities luckily put his initials, like GR, on the parcels, so I know which one it is. I know my one, obviously, and I know Dave's one, so we're going to be picking randomly from... Because there's 6 parcels, let's pick one up, obviously, because... There is one slight note of caution, because I bought extras for me, just in case things went wrong, so one of my parcels might have more than one game in it. I can't tell, because for some reason, every parcel is packaged by someone different, so some parcels were packaged fantastically well, some of them were packaged awfully. From just visual perception, we'll find out how bad it gets with some of the parcels. Anyway, we now tentatively go to pick up the next game. I don't know why I put them against the camera. This is now becoming a game of Jenga. Hold. Down. All because... I'm not entirely sure I am, but to be honest, my ignorance might be showing. What do you mean by What do you mean by shrum? My ignorance could be showing, because it might sound stupid. Sometimes I forget the most common of franchises through like reading. Sometimes I have those moments, old people moments, where you're like, what the fuck are they talking about? When it could be the most obvious franchise possible. I'm starting to get those moments. So SHM, I'd probably say yes. You gotta elaborate a little bit. Anyway, Hat might notice this franchise, and so will Dan, obviously. The third PS2 game Dan found to me, Naruto Uzumaki Chronicles 2. Now, the Naruto games are starting to turn up in quite fast numbers now, because I think there's only one more we need. But for those who know what Naruto is, it's a very popular Japanese anime franchise. Probably one below Dragon Ball in like popularity. But obviously it's that, this, One Piece, all the really popular ones. Based on ninjas. I've watched bits of it. There's so many episodes. I've never watched the whole series. I'll be honest. New threats, new allies, new adventures. An unstoppable army of ancient horrors has awakened when the fate of the 5 great nations is at stake. Only a powerful alliance of ninja warriors can bring back hope. I think that makes sense. The British version, obviously, thank God. I mean, the artwork is fantastic. Most anime artworks is fantastic. I'm going to see what's like. No, a glorious fighting game. Maybe story-based. I don't know until I play it. For God's sake! Okay, it's fine, it's good. Manual. This is what happens when you go live, people. Mistakes get made left, right, and centre. I have actually had a couple of questions where people was like, what anime do you like? I'm a basic bitch. So obviously Dragon Ball I've watched. Some Dr. Stone I've watched. I've watched bits of One Piece, the Japanese version, because they really butchered the dub version. But there's some really niche... I have got Crunchyroll, and I do watch the odd thing, but there's some real niche, weird anime. I know some people watch romantic comedy animes. I've never got into that, to be honest. But one of the funniest things you can do is go on Crunchyroll and read a synopsis of some of these animes. Now, I don't know about Japanese culture, but Japanese seem to be quite, like, obsessed with, like, Japanese female fox women. Not going to touch that. But I'm going to assume it's a cultural thing. But yeah, anything I see where any, like, anamorphical, like, animal from Japanese anime, not going to watch it. I suppose Yugo counts as anime, but it's about as childish anime as it gets. Anyway, let's move on from that quickly. So, I am assuming in all 24 parcels, they're all going to be PS2 games. I did say if you really want to, you can do an N64 boxed game. But looking at the parcels I've seen so far, I think it's all PS2. which I understand. Upon learning that, Gaming Rarities about a week later found me a boxed N64 game, which, to be honest, I knew I wanted sooner rather than later, and I paid a reasonably good price for it. And it's in shockingly good condition if the camera stays in one piece and doesn't go forward. Hold, camera, hold! Jesus Christ, Jenga, guys. By the way, for those who just started watching, yes, I am wearing a PS1 snug hoodie built for the cold, and honestly, I'm so warm right now. I feel amazing, and I don't care how bad I look. Honestly, I will say if it gets too warm, I have to take it off, because honestly, it just gets to the point where you start sweating badly. Anyway, the N64 boxed game is a game that is quite popular for some of these people. Killer Instinct 64. Plastic sealed, by the way, that's why I get in the flight. But honestly, when Rarities found this, Dan, I was elated, because it's like, yes, Ultra Combo! For those who don't know what Killer Instinct, it's a fighting franchise where it requires precise button mashing, reasonably good difficulty spike, but you can get some serious ultra combos on there where you just like 50 hit combos, beating the living piss out your opponents. The characters are quite unique. The problem is, this is like the little brother of all like mainline like franchises. Obviously, Street Fighter was far popular. So was Mortal Kombat. So was Tekken. But Killer Instinct had its own place, and they were good games on the SNES and N64. Obviously, the recent Xbox one I never played, so I can't give my opinion on that. But I think Killer Instinct deserves its place as one of the better franchises for fighting, if you will. And I'm generally very elated to get a box version of this, because I knew this would be not so much hard to find, but I knew it could be a tad expensive. And it's in, honestly, very good to great condition. It really is. Oh, good lord. Now, opening it in the plastic sleeve, this is where it gets kind of hard, because I've got to try, and I mean try very much so, to open it without breaking the plastic. So we tentatively... yeah. Intense stare right now. There's a little bit, so you get more gleam, no shine. We now tentatively open the box itself. We'll go with the green side. Easy. Easy. That came out actually quite well. Bagged manual, by the way. I love the fact that the manual was bagged. So that's going to... And honestly, that manual seems to be in fantastic condition. And obviously, the artwork on the card itself is actually shockingly good. I've never played Killer Instinct on the N64. Never had it before. So this is actually quite a highlight for me so far. And the cart seems to be in like immaculate condition. So, thank you once again, Gaming Rarities. You found me not so much super rare, but a reasonably rare boxed game in good condition. By the way, I have been reliably informed with the manual. You always put it on the top, it just slides in better. Oh, I know how. The hardest part is putting them away. It's back in the box. It's getting it in the plastic sleeve. Oh, good lord. Because the plastic sleeve is where you'll do box damage. Because obviously plastic doesn't bend for cardboard. And even now I'm doing it right now and I'm getting paranoid. Schizophrenic paranoia. Really starting to... You can hear it. Easy. Jesus Christ. There we go. We're in. The small perils of being a hard collector. In the box it went. So yeah, those 4 items fantastically picked up again from like Gaming Rarities. Thank you once again. That's it for the games to be shown tonight anyway. So yeah, as Gaming Rarities just pointed out, it's sold out a CEX box, so that was really hard to find. So once again, thank you, my friend. So So as of the 1st, you'll start the marathon. It'll go at least 24 days, obviously 24 parcels, 24 days. There might be some Brucey bonus in the middle. Maybe the halfway through, like 12th or 13th day, I might do a halftime like show, like the Super Bowl does. Will there be an episode Christmas Day? There hasn't been yet in the history of the channel. I don't know. Obviously, December 27th or 28th is Norwich Game Market, which I will be going to. That's happening. After that, I'll probably be looking to actually seriously start developing the N64 games room. I also need to sort out a lot of games in this room and actually start filing them, because they're all up there in a pile. Filing takes like an hour plus to do it properly, and it's a pisser. But it will start looking good. And when we get to a certain number up there, I will actually start looking going from A to Z on the list, because we're going to get to the nitty gritty of games. And we will start approaching the point where I won't really get any more games from CEX, because they either haven't got them in stock or we've got them. Simple as that. That's when we start looking the foreign countries. Really, really need to start looking to India. Which will not be fun. And there will be certain games I might have to pay for the nose for. I came to that conclusion last year. I'm going to actually start doing it. And obviously the really expensive games I've got to start really like going for. These are the things that will be occurring. And there's more. Good Lord, this thing's falling apart. I knew it would. I'm joking, it's fine. Anyway, for those who took their time out of their lives to watch this live stream, thank you very much. That'll probably be it tonight. They didn't plan this. It's basically ad-libbed it 2 hours ago and we just went with it. So the next time you'll see me will be the 1st of December. And you'll be seeing me, hopefully, if you genuinely want to watch every episode, 24 straight days. I doubt people are going to watch all 24 episodes, but you don't know. We don't know. So have a good night, guys. I will see you later. Bye. Now, this is the point where I try to get to the camera before it falls down. Easy. Easy. See you later, Hat. Easy.